Hey, what's up, guys? This is Paul Hutchings with paulhutchings.net. In this video, I'm going to answer a common question. What is the Let's Goal app? First, I'm going to show you a place where you can get some explainer videos. If you go to miraclegrowthmachine.com, put your name and email in here, you're going to see a couple of videos that walk you through this at miraclegrowthmachine.com, just in case you get distracted and don't finish watching this video. You can see a demo of the app right here. You can also see how you can generate some income with this app. What I'm going to do in this video is a demo of this app. I've been using it for years myself, and hopefully by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what the Let's Goal app is. You're going to pick up some tips that hopefully can help you grow and succeed in life. You'll be able to know if this is something that can be a benefit to your life or not. So let's get into this. I'm just going to go ahead and go to my Let's Goal account and log in. So when I log in, because I'm a paid member of Let's Goal and it is a paid app, one of the first things that the Let's Goal app has is a morning routine. And I already went through my morning routine, so I'm not going to be able to show this to you today. In fact, if I show you what mine says, it says morning routine complete. So I'm just going to talk about this real quick from a standpoint of what problem does this solve. A lot of people in the world will wake up in the morning, hit snooze on their alarm clock 5 or 10 or 20 times, and drag out of bed and not really wake up in a way that sets them up to take the day, to create success. See, something I learned a long time ago is that if you want to create success, you have to start your day in a way where you're in charge. You're making it happen. You're not just allowing the day to take you. You have to take the day. I've got 4 kids, and one of the things that I notice they do is sleep in, sleep in, sleep in. Then when they finally get up, they'll roll out of bed and maybe slowly walk into the kitchen and get a glass of water. And then the next thing you know, they're laying on the couch staring at their phone. What a terrible way to start the day, right? We need a morning routine. You don't need the app to have a powerful morning routine, but what the app does do is it helps walk you through a good morning routine. And this is super helpful if you don't already have one. When you open it up, first thing it does is it's going to show you this big, beautiful, inspirational, educational, motivational quote to put some goodness in your mind. And then you click next on the screen, and then it's going to take you to some reminders of things to do, like gratitude list. And there's this beautiful little screen that pops up and says, list things you're grateful for. Gratitude has been proven in many studies to have a direct impact on happiness and awareness. I like to say gratitude is the path to instant riches, because it doesn't matter what you've got. If you don't notice it and feel gratitude towards it, it's not really adding value to your life. So that's part of the morning routine. Next, it takes you to some reminders to pray or meditate. Then it takes you to a reminder to stretch. And then it takes you to a reminder to work out. Then it takes you through a planning your day process where it asks you, what are your most valuable priorities that you want to get done today? And then you enter those in. And as you're entering those in and clicking save, it's going to add them to your to-do list for the day, which I'll show you here in just a moment. It's super cool how this to-do list works. Once you're done with that, it asks you, is there anything you could delegate? Delegation is a powerful way to get stuff done without you having to do it. So today on my delegation list, I said, let's ask my youngest son to mow the lawn. Why? So I don't have to do it. And he can earn some money and build a good work ethic. The next thing it asks is, are there any important relationships that you need to nurture in your life? This is something we don't think about all the time. So I love that it's in this morning routine to remind me. So today I jotted down that I need to connect with my wife because we have this little habit where we'll read together every day. Yesterday I missed it because I got busy with work and she mentioned it. Hey, how come you didn't come in? So I need to make sure and do that today. So I put that in my morning routine. It's now added to my to-do list and I will be sure to remember to do that. The other thing that it does is it walks you through a digital journal. So you can jot down notes from yesterday. You can save it and do your journal later in the evening. One of the great things about keeping a journal is that it helps you become more conscious and aware. A lot of times people go through life on autopilot mode. If we're doing things that are not helping us create the future we want and not thinking about those things, we just keep doing them. But journaling allows you to look back over your day and reflect. Jim Rohn said you want to gather up the past. Why? So you can invest it in the future. And a digital journal is a great way to do that. Now, you don't have to have a digital journal, but one thing that I've noticed that's a huge benefit to having a digital journal is you can actually speak your journal into your phone and voice dictate your journal. And that has helped me to become way more consistent with my daily journaling. These things that I mentioned are part of the morning routine, but the Let's Goal app is way more than a morning routine. So now that I'm done with that explanation, I can jump into the app and show you some of the other really cool things that this app has. The app has a goal setting feature where you can type the name of a goal, you can enter your objective, why it's important, and set a deadline. Here are a couple examples I have. I have a goal to get a property developed. What's really cool about this feature is it allows you to set micro steps. Here's an example of my micro steps. You just enter baby steps, and that will get you moving. That will get you making progress. And then it keeps track of the steps that you've checked off. Okay, here's my bench press goal, right? I started with a goal to bench press 275. I was at 240 when I started, and now I've got 250 done, 255 done, 260 done, 265 done, and I only have 10 more pounds to hit my goal. So you can keep your goals top of mind. This app works on desktop. It also works on mobile, and you can scroll through your goals. I have another goal to finish the Old Testament, and I am almost done. I will be done with this in the next couple of days. You know how many times I've started to read the Old Testament, got through Genesis, and then quit? So many times. But now, for the first time, I am going to finish this book in the next week. I don't think that would have happened without this Let's Goal app. Just another quick story. A few years ago, I set a goal for myself to buy a Tesla. One of the things I've learned in my personal development studies over the years is that if you can visualize what you want, that is really helpful for helping you to believe in it, which will help you take the actions necessary, increase the probability that the thing you're dreaming about and visualizing will come into your life. You may have heard of vision boards. You know how many vision boards I've created in my life? A big fat 0. Why? It's a lot of work to find magazines and cut out pictures, get a poster board, paste, glue, and tape. I never created one until I got the Let's Goal app. Let's Goal has a digital vision board where in your morning routine, it'll show you what you've put down for that, but you can create really cool little visual images of your goals, and this can help a ton in, as I already mentioned, motivating you to get those done. Quick story about the Tesla. For a couple of years, every day I was looking at a picture of this Tesla. Last year, I was able to buy a Tesla Model Y and pay cash for it, and I love that car. I really attribute looking at an image of this car in the Let's Goal app to helping me actually get this car. The other thing that it has is a little place called Affirmations. And if you click on Affirmations, you can write down whatever affirmations it is you want to be adding into your psyche. Now, I'm a believer in affirmations. Why? Because I failed in business for a long time. It was actually 4 years I failed. I started business. I had this goal to create $3,000 a month in residual income. And it wasn't until 2009 when I was in a spot that I needed something to happen that I began using affirmations. And what I would do is I would go outside my single wide mobile home, walk up and down the driveway, and proclaim this affirmation of the goal that I had and also the affirmations I was using to support me in the goal. One way that I've used affirmations is as a belief change mechanism. One of the things my early mentors taught me was that if you have a goal, you need to build beliefs that will support you in being able to bring that goal into reality. If you don't already have the goal when you set it, odds are you've got a certain set of beliefs that are keeping you wherever it is that you're at. So in order to go from where you're at to where you want to be, you sometimes need to change your beliefs. In my affirmation list, I would have things like, I make decisions fast and swiftly move forward so I could stop being a procrastinator and get into massive action. I had this whole list of carefully crafted affirmations designed to help me get to where I wanted to be so I could bring that money into my life. Within about 90 days or so of using these affirmations and also remembering my goal every day. And that's another problem, by the way. A lot of people will set a goal like I did when I joined my first business in 2005. I wrote it down, put it on my nightstand, and I looked at it every day for a few weeks. Then garbage accumulated. The goal sheet fell between my bed and nightstand, and I didn't look at it again for 4 years. Guess what happened? Nothing. I failed in business for 4 years until I started remembering my goal every day and doing affirmations consistently. So my goal was top of mind, and my affirmations were causing belief change inside of me. And lo and behold, that $3,000 residual income finally showed up in my life. That's a true story, happened in 2009. That was the big breakthrough, which then led to a long road of prosperity and putting me in a space where I was able to retire in my early 40s. But I draw it all back to setting that goal. So again, Let's Goal has this goal setting feature where you can look at your goals every single day, and also affirmations, which were sculpting and shaping the beliefs that I wanted to install in myself so that I could get to where I wanted to go. Let's Goal also has a powerful discipline builder. Let me back up and show you the to-do list and the way the to-do list works. You can add to-do list items on your daily plan each day. One thing that I might want to do today is send an email to my email subscribers, and I can click save. Now, if I don't set it to repeat, it will just add that to my list. So here it is, send an email to my email subscribers. When I click this, it's going to make a little audible noise, and then it's going to move it down into my completed tasks list. One thing that I learned from a good friend of mine who is very successful, his name was Todd Nuclear Young, I like to call him. He said, Paul, do you want to know a secret for success? I said, please tell me. He said, did you know, Paul, when you make a to-do list and cross an item off, it actually releases dopamine in your brain. That's a feel-good chemical, and I call this hits of success because it literally puts chemicals in your brain that make you feel good. So he said, Paul, if you want to be successful, make a to-do list every day. So with Let's Goal, not only can you make a to-do list here in your dashboard, but when you check it, not only will it strike it out, it will give you an audible feedback sound, which I believe increases the dopamine. I mean, I can't scientifically prove it, but I can say anecdotally that it makes me feel good when I hear that sound. This is something that will help you get stuff done. Furthermore, back to the repeating tasks, if you add a task that you want to repeat, why would you want to repeat a task? Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between thought and accomplishment. Odds are you have some things you're doing well right now. Maybe they're habits. You might not want to put these in because you've already got them down. But is there a new discipline that you want to develop? Is there a new skill that you need to develop in order to achieve a goal that you have? Well, if it's a new discipline, you might need some help installing that discipline in yourself. Give you an example. I got my first guitar when I was in high school. I've wanted to play the guitar ever since, but here's what's happened on my journey. I would pack that guitar all the way to college and it would go under my bed. Every 60 days, I'd think, oh, my guitar, and I'd pull it out and play it for a little bit, and I'd stick it back under my bed. That pattern repeated all throughout my life until my early 40s. In fact, until recently, about 90 days ago, when I said, you're running out of time. If you want to do this, you've got to make it a discipline. So what did I do? I went into my Let's Goal app and added this as a repeating task. I added guitar, and then I said, how often do I want to do this? I want to do this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I clicked save. And what it did is it added that as a repeating task. So now every day when I log into my Let's Goal app, it's already on my to-do list. I don't even need to add it. It shows me when the task is due. So it's today because I'm doing it 7 days a week. Now, if you had it every other day, it might say Wednesday or Friday, and you can do that with your repeating tasks. But the point is, now it's top of mind. I see it's on my to-do list every day. I don't need to add it. It's already there. I've already decided that I'm going to develop this discipline, but that's not all. Look at what happens when I check the box now that it's a repeating task. Check this out. Great job, Paul. You're on a one-day streak. Woo! Blows up a bunch of confetti. Now I get the audible noise, the confetti, the positive feedback, which all celebrates me. Why is that important? One thing I've learned about success is that oftentimes success requires you to do things consistently over an extended period of time that you probably won't get noticed for. You probably won't get recognized for, you probably won't get celebrated for. So if you want to keep doing something that's going to produce a good result in the future, you have to find ways to celebrate yourself, recognize yourself, so that you will be motivated to continue. One way the app helps with that is it celebrates you when you check it off. Now, it doesn't stop there. The other thing that it does is it adds the times that you've done it consistently to a streak. What's a streak? My kids, they got addicted to an app called Snapchat. You may have heard of Snapchat. I would see them taking stupid pictures of themselves, the couch, the floor, sending it. And I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, well, you got to keep our streaks up. I said, what's a streak? They said, Snapchat tracks the number of times that you have consecutively sent a picture to someone you know. Because they didn't want to lose their streaks, here's another thing I learned from Tony Robbins. The two greatest motivators in people are hope of gain and fear of loss. So what was happening with my kids is they got these streaks going and they didn't want to lose them. They were afraid to lose their streaks. And so that was motivating them to take these silly pictures every day. It drove me nuts as a dad because I'm like, this is not adding value to your life to take pictures of our couch, the floor, and the ceiling. But I started to think, I wonder if there's a way we could use this in a positive way. What about for new disciplines? If we have a new discipline we want to develop, what about getting a streak going? So now we see it on our to-do list, we check it off, we're celebrated with the confetti and the audible feedback, but then what if there was a visual representation of how many times in a row we've stayed on task with our discipline? Yeah, that would be a great way to use that addictive feature of Snapchat in a way that would support me and people I love in developing new disciplines. So that's what the Let's Goal app does. When you add a repeating task, it adds it as a tracked habit, which is going to keep track of your streaks. Now, I had these all green, but I went on a little vacation with my wife and I fell off the wagon from tracking my streaks. So I'm starting over. Right now with reading, I've got a 2-day streak. This little green bar goes up and it continues to go up all the way to 30 as long as you've done what you said you were going to do and checked it off. It keeps track of the stats. I can click that. It says you've completed this 39 times. You've completed it 2 out of 7 times this week. It shows me when it repeats. But I'll tell you what, when I used this for the first time about, I think it was like 45 days ago, it was extremely motivating to get those streaks going. Even though some of my streaks have fallen off, guess what hasn't fallen off? Those habits are still in me. I'm still reading every day. I'm still playing my guitar every day. I'm still doing these other disciplines that I installed a while ago. I'm still doing them. So now I just need to track them and keep them going. This is a really powerful way to develop new disciplines and skills that will help you to create the life that you want to create. One other really cool thing about the Let's Goal app is that with every membership, you can share this with up to 7 family members for free. So my wife is one, I've got 4 kids, that's 5. So on my one Let's Goal membership, my whole family has a login to their own Let's Goal app, and they too can be on the road to personal development and making more of themselves. Jim Rohn said, you can have more because you can become more. This is super powerful. The last thing that I'll share with you about the Let's Goal app that you might want to know is that because this app is a product within our company, I'm the co-founder of a company called the Home Business Academy. This is one of our products. We are an affiliate marketing company. That just means that not only can you use this app to get all the value from it that I've talked about in this video, but if you love it and you want to share it with people, we pay an 80% referral commission residual for everybody you share this app with. So you can share this with a friend, and if they use it and they're a happy customer, you're now going to be earning $8 a month as they continue to use this app. You can share this with as many people as you want. You can share this with 100 people and be earning $800 a month in residual income. I love residual income. Fell in love with the idea when I first heard about it. The idea that potentially if you build income in a certain way, someday you can be in a spot where you no longer have to work if you don't want to. That's how I was able to retire in my early 40s. I focused on residual income. I didn't want one-time income. I didn't want job income. I wanted residual income. So this app has that, and it gives people a way to grow themselves. If you want to be happy, if you want to be focused, if you want to feel like you're giving value to the world, you need to grow yourself every day. You need to do stuff, and this app helps you do stuff and keep doing stuff, and you can share it with people and grow a residual income for a very low cost. What's the cost? It's $10 a month. That's it. That includes everything I've showed you, all the 7 free family accounts, the affiliate programs free. I think this is the coolest product on the internet. I think it's the coolest thing in the world, and I love it, and I use it every day. So hopefully that answered your question. What is the Let's Goal app? Now, if you want to use this app, I would love to show you how to do that. All you need to do is go to miraclegrowthmachine.com, enter your name and email. Once you do that, you're going to say, yes, give me instant access. If you just want to see the app and sign up for the app, click on this left blue button. That's going to take you to this page here. You can watch this little demo if you want, or you can just click the red button here, get started, fill out your name, all your payment info, then click place order now. If you want to see a longer video that talks more about the money and the income potential, then you're going to want to click this right button, show me the money, and that's going to take you to another little presentation that has a demo as well. And then you can click on this red getting started button. Now, if you do decide to buy this, a couple other things you might want to know. One, I do have some special bonuses for people who join via my link, the link in the description of this video, the link I just showed you. So send me an email, paul@paulhutchings.net. Once you've filled out the form and clicked submit, send me an email and I will get you my bonuses for Let's Goal. I think you're going to love them. They fit quite well with this product. After you complete your order here, log in and click on the training page, because the training page is going to show you how to get the app added to your phone. And that's the first thing you're going to want to do once you get this set up. Add it to your phone so you can use it wherever you go. You can also scroll down and see all of these bonus training videos, how to share it with your family, how to create your vision board, how to use the goal setting feature inside of Let's Goal. There's some tips and tricks on how to use that. Watch this video to learn that, and how to supercharge your journaling with voice dictation, a really cool video that shows you how to do that. And then the last bonus video is the art of exceptional reading. I think it's an extremely valuable video that can teach you how to get the most from reading so that it builds you, and even how to fall in love with reading so that you can be obsessed with this habit that will enlighten you, that will grow your mind, that will turn you into a more powerful speaker and communicator, relationship builder, and entrepreneur. I did not read in high school much. I only read what I had to read to pass the test. Same thing with college. Same thing after college. I never read until I heard Jim Rohn say that all of his wealthy, successful friends, they're so curious. They just read. They just got to know. He said if you walk into any of the most luxurious homes in the world, most of them, if not all of them, will have something in common, and that is a library. What does that tell you? Does that tell you something about how to build wealth in your life, how to become a more powerful, influential person? It did me. I believed him when he said that. So I cleared out a little space in my trailer house closet, and I started a little library, and I started collecting books. So I've been doing this now for 20 years, and I've picked up some tips that have helped me get the most from reading and also fall in love with reading. And I'd love to invite you to watch this video. If you're not a consistent reader, I think this video can be a life changer. And also it can help you get started reading if it's not something you're already doing. So that's it, my friend. That's answering the question, what is the Let's Goal app? Hopefully this has answered your question sufficiently. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. Please leave me your comments below. If you're already using Let's Goal and love it, comment below. Let me know how you like it. If you have any questions, comment below. Let me know. I will answer your questions and encourage you to get out there, take action, go for your dreams, and we'll see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. Take care. Bye for now.